everyone, welcome back, and in this video I'm going to give you some information on data quality management. So every organization in this times, they are collecting data from multiple applications that they manage within their organization. Now we all know that data is the new currency. Data is such a valuable asset. So most companies, they are becoming really successful when they analyze data. They uncover so much of hidden information within their data, and they are able to grow in their business by identifying the hidden story. So because of this, data is so valuable, and data becomes valuable when it has high quality, because only when data's quality is high, you can depend on that data, you can rely on that data in order to make certain decisions. Because when you have very low data quality, the data becomes very unreliable. Okay, you would not have all the amount of information in order to make certain decisions, and in order to do some prediction, or in order to do any other analysis. So it's very important to have quality data, even if it's less, rather than having huge amount of data and it having less quality. So that's what we're going to talk about in this video. See in this video, which is data quality management and different examples of the various factors that contribute to data quality. So first off, let us see what is data quality management. Data quality management is the process of maintaining the completeness, accuracy, consistency, validity, and uniqueness of the data such that it is valuable and useful to the business. So as I said, it's not about how much of data you have, but even if the data is less, it has to be useful to the business, and indirectly it will become valuable to the business also. So there are some factors that are involved with data quality. So your data needs to be complete, okay? There should be completeness. Data has to be accurate and also consistent. It has to be valid and unique. So these are some characteristics of your data which increases the quality of your data set. So I'll be giving you some examples on how your data should be complete, accurate, consistent, valid, and unique. So let's get into it. The first one is completeness. So data completeness gets affected when not all data exists for an entity. So if you see in this example, there is a missing value over here. So you're not having a contact information. So when you have missing values like this, you're not able to understand the entire context of this particular record. You have missing data, and therefore your business is losing on certain information about an entity. So always you should make sure that the data set that you're dealing with has most of the values filled up. Sometimes you would not have any means of collecting that information, which is fine. But if you have means of collecting to that information and filling up those values, then you need to try as much in order to complete your data set. The next one is accurate. Data has to be accurate. So data accuracy gets affected when junk or wrong values exist. Sometimes your data set, it might be full. It might be filled up with values, which you might think that your data set is complete. But when you look into detail, you would find that sometimes there would be some inaccurate values, which can be junk values or wrong values. So for example, when you look at these two records, the second record over here has some value filled up for contact information. But when you look whether it's accurate, it's not accurate. It has some junk information with special values. So always you need to make sure that apart from your data set being complete, it also has to have accurate information in order for your data's quality to be maintained. The next one is consistent. Data has to be consistent, and data consistency gets affected when there is no uniform approach to data. So look at these two records over here. You have the order amount field here, and under that you have two values, which is $30 and 20 rupees, which is INR. So over here, always it's best to maintain a consistent, calculation value, or there should be some consistency with your data. Because when here, if I'm trying to calculate the total of the order amount, there's going to be a mismatch over here because of multiple currencies being used. So either I would be getting an error, or I would be calculating the wrong value. For example, I may calculate 30 plus 20, and it will give me $50 or 50 rupees. So that's going to be very ambiguous. It's going to throw an error, and it's not going to help you make any good decisions. So always try to either maintain dollars or rupees, or whatever currency or whatever format you're trying to follow. Always maintain a consistency with your data set. So if at all there's going to be a mismatch with, let's say for example in this column, then I would want to convert my values into a particular consistent currency so that I can do a good calculation on this particular field. So this is about consistency. The next one is valid. Data has to be valid. So data validity gets affected when invalid data exists. Now when you look at these two records over here, I have all my values filled up, so it's complete. And yes, the phone number should be present, so I might think that yes, it's accurate. But when you want to see whether the data is valid, if you look closely over here, I'm missing out on the other two digits for my contact number. So it's not a valid contact number. So therefore, this record over here becomes invalid, or rather this particular field here becomes invalid. So always try to maintain your data set that is valid enough. So every column might have certain validation rules. So try to always maintain those validation rules and to abide with those validation rules, so that your data quality would be increased and you won't land up with any invalid data. The next one and the last one is uniqueness. So data uniqueness gets affected when redundant data exists. Now here, if you look at these two records, you would find that here the contact number is a duplicate. And in certain situations, you would want to find out unique records based on some unique identifier. So when I look at these two records, the only unique identifier I can find over here is the contact number. But when I look at it, both are going to be the same. So there is a duplicate record over here, which might be a possible match. It might be the same customer. This customer's second name might be Jesse, something like that. But always try to avoid any duplicate records, because if I'm going to do some calculations, if this is going to be just the same customer, then my total order amount would be $30. But if I'm not going to remove this duplicate record over here, I would calculate order amount to be $50, which I'll be portraying to my team as $50 is what the sales order we have got for the month. So that would lead to inaccurate information and decisions being taken. So always the uniqueness of data also needs to be managed, and duplicate records have to be avoided. So with all this in place, there are some data quality managers. Okay, I call them the data quality managers that help manage and keep up the data quality. The first one is data profiling. So with data profiling, you will be able to profile your data first and get some high level statistic information about what is the quality of your data. The next one is data cleansing. So I have taken a video on what is data cleansing and wrangling. You can click on the link given in the description box and you can view the video. So in order to maintain the completeness, or you want to fill data, you want to add columns, rows, you want to update a value, you want to remove duplicate values, you can do all that comes under the data cleaning or manipulation cycle. So then this helps to manage the data quality. The next one is master data management. Master data management gives you unique records. It gives you a single source of truth. So most of the time your duplicate values will be eliminated and you'll be having a single source of truth by which all systems can access and make use of that information. And I've taken a video on this also, so you can click on the links given in the description box to know more. And the last one is data validations. So there are various data validation rules. So these rules can be set up in systems whenever the incoming data comes in or when you're working with the data set, and that would give you some indications of the data validations and what all the invalid data exists in your data set so that you can correct it. So these are some managers that I have put down here that helps to increase the quality of your data. So I hope this information was useful to you. So if you like this video, please do give this a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe to this channel and do share your feedbacks. Thank you.